Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week, a creep is on a killing spree, James Corden keeps fondling Keyz, and things aren't what they seem in 79B.
That even rhyme? Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast. My name is Nathan. As always, I'm joined by my wonderful, although I don't know, co-host Lawrence as we go on this amazing journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. I can't wait until you stop doing these intros.
Right, spree, key, and B. Yes, it rhymed. I won't have you just tar my name like that.
Okay. Well,
secondly, I can't wait till I stop doing them as well.
The cadence of the rhymes wasn't right though. There was something off. There was something off there.
Yeah, I realized about halfway through that I'd run out of time.
You massively ran out of time. That was poorly. I might have to try fix that in the edit, but that was poorly timed on your part. Okay?
Even the worst thing is I'm rushing, so even if you do fix it in the edit, it's just going to be like me screaming very like something incoherent.
Great. Well, just know that was bad. Okay, and
that's fine. I got two more. Then it's on you again.
Well, I think we've decided that we'll alternate going forward.
Oh shit, we did, didn't we?
So it'll be me, then it'll be you, then it'll be me. So don't worry, you'll get some of my intros back in your life, everyone.
I've made peace.
I feel like there'll be a lot of pressure on my first one out of the gate. You know.
Oh, there really will be, actually. Yeah, you've dug yourself into a bit of a hole here.
I got to come up with something strong. What would it be? Would it be the Christmas Carol?
I guess it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you let me take Christmas Carol, because I'm already on a losing streak, and you do it from the start of Series 6.
Yeah, I might do the start of Series 6, actually.
Yeah. What does Series 6 start with?
The Impossible Astronaut.
Oh, you got lots to work with there.
It's true. Right.
I'll take this L, Nathan. I'll take the burden of that L for you.
The Christmas Carol isn't a burden. None of them are a burden for me. I can write up there with the best of them. All right.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I can pen something together, Lawrence. This isn't an issue.
Right? Keep digging. I'm looking forward to them.
Hey, I'll dig all I want. What's going on? What are we doing? We're doing Doctor Who. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a podcast. We tend to do it.
Yeah. Are we doing some fun banter up top?
We can do. Well, actually, not so much fun banter. I was going to say thanks to everyone that was really kind about the Vincent and the Doctor episode. They really made you feel safe of being a vulnerable boy.
Everyone was nice. I got a little emotion. I had a little tear during the episode, and everyone was very nice and supportive, and that was very sweet. So thank you to everyone. It was very good. I don't know if you've seen the emails we've got, but there's something I'm very excited about to go over later.
Okay, well then I haven't read them all. I've read some as they've come in, but I try and like stay a little bit blind from them if I can.
There was one that came in earlier today, which I read, and it was great. It was might be my favorite thing that has ever happened on this.
And really, after all the baseball and horse jokes that we've received,
look, I don't want to play favorites, all right, but this is some incredible work, which I'm excited to discuss. Okay.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, we'll have to see what that is. Stay tuned. Bit of sizzle. What else is going on?
I don't know. We haven't really got much fun banter up top. We recorded Vincent and the Doctor like a couple of days ago, so
yeah,
it's not really been an eventful week since then.
It's not been a week. It's been like 2 days.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. Have you had an interesting 2 days?
Not really. I've just been at work.
I mean, same.
Great. Well, there we are. Anyway, that's your witty banter for this week. On with the episode, I guess.
Fantastic news.
All right then, Lawrence. This is episode 71 of Still Got Legs. It's series 5, episode 11 of Doctor Who. It is written by a fuckhead and it's directed by Catherine Morshead. What a good fun time for everyone involved.
Fuckhead and Morshead. I like that.
Fuckhead and Morshead. A team if there ever was one. Although I'm not sure Catherine would want to be on a team with that prick. Anyway. No. How are we feeling about the Lodger? Controversial? Not controversial?
Well, it's Marmite, isn't it? Everything I've seen has either been like it's completely polarizing for everyone. It seems.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what. Well, will I tell you what? No, you'll tell me what.
You want me to leave my thoughts?
No, I'll tell you what. Okay. I was like, I hadn't watched this episode in a while. All right. And in my head, it was like, oh, all right, let's watch The Lodger. I guess we'll get it over with. It's James Corden, it's and there's all that going on, and again the fuckhead and everything else, and all this sort of stuff. It's got a lot going against it. All right,
two massive things going against this.
Massive things going against it. I was pleasantly surprised because I had a lot of fun watching this episode. To be fair, more than I wanted to. All right, I went in with my arms crossed. I was like, but hey. I had fun. I had a good bit of fun with this one.
Nathan, it's a victory of the Daleks situation because I too had fun with this episode.
Here we go.
We're going to get cooked for this one.
I don't know.
See, I think... I don't ever remember... Even when I first watched this, I don't remember, disliking it. But, I feel like people have done this weird revisionist...
I think it's the James Corden thing.
It is. And with the common... with the modern context of who James Corden is and how much of a knob he is.
Yeah.
People have retroactively, gone back to The Lodger and been like, this guy. But, this is prime Gavin and Stacey era. People do forget that as much as James Corden sucks...
after Gavin and Stacey. Gavin and Stacey
no, but,
by this point.
He had captured the nation's heart. He was doing his little specials for comic relief and stuff. He was in the space a lot more... kind of culturally in Britain.
And it was pre-American James Corden, which is when it went to shit for James Corden, really.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, that's when his career took off, but back home here in the UK, that's when everyone went, no.
Yeah, we've been sat here for a while being like, come home, James Corden, and then he advocated for paying his writers below minimum wage, and everyone's like, actually, no, you know what, you can keep him, America, we don't mind. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's tarred a lot of people's kind of opinion on it. Whereas, to be honest, it's a fun episode of Doctor Who. It's it's something different. It's very different. Matt Smith gets to have a lot of fun. And, for as much as I think James Corden is a prick and does have a lot of flaws, he's still good at what he does. Smithy is a beloved Gavin and Stacey character. He's a British, icon in pop culture. Or at least in a time capsule he was. From a certain time point. But
icon is a bit strong for me.
All right. But how would you describe it? Smithy was more than a character. It did capture something in Britain.
Yeah. You excited for that new Christmas special?
I am, as it goes.
The finale?
I just want to see it done. I want to,
Yeah.
They brought it back and then they were like, what if cliffhanger again? Stop doing that.
What if cliffhanger? See you in 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dear.
I don't know. I like Gavin and Stacey. Gavin and Stacey is one of those weird shows where the main characters are the worst part about it.
Yeah, really?
I don't know anyone who likes Gavin and Stacey who actually like Gavin and Stacey. The characters, they're easily the worst part of the show. Everyone loves Smithy, everyone loves Nessa, everyone loves Pam and Mick,
Yeah.
But yes, Gavin and Stacey are actually just the most boring part of the show. And I think Smithy and James Corden and Matthew Horn fall out for quite a while.
They had a fight, and then they did that fucking ridiculous... James Corden did that stupid Piers Morgan interview where he was like, did you know that we asked Matthew Horn to comment on one of these video things for you? And he declined. And then James Corden was on air and was like, it's actually kind of really upsetting me, to be honest. So great stuff from Piers Morgan, but this was pre-2019, so they've obviously patched things up since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we are then. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it is. It's the James Corden of it all. It's the revisionist history with that, which I think caused, and of course the fuckhead who I won't give the fucking dignity of naming, as well, who all contribute to this sort of not as good as we remember it sort of scenario,
Yeah, and look, this is the thing. We spoke about this briefly on Unicorn and the Wasp, just to kind of get it out of the way. But
trans rights are human rights. Fuck you if you don't agree.
Yeah, he sucks. And there is a thing of removing art from the artist, which is not always the best thing. It can be a bit it's a shame that people sometimes have to give up happy things that they enjoy. But at the same time, Doctor Who isn't profiting off of this episode. I feel no shame in liking this episode and just removing him from any aspect of it in my brain.
I do. I feel shame.
You feel you're deeply shamed. You will be shamed on Discord for this, I promise.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know me. I struggle with separating art from artist. I can't do it. I don't like it. And that's just me. I just struggle to do it personally. Something I've always struggled with. But
I draw the line at like monetary gain. Like if you go and support Harry Potter in any kind of way, where money exchanges hands and someone a disgraceful human being profits.
Yeah,
I don't feel comfortable with that. Whereas I know that putting on BBC iPlayer isn't putting money in that guy's pocket. So like, it's okay with me.
Might be getting residuals.
Oh, like a penny from me. It's not the same as being like, I'm going to go buy a Hogwarts game or something and giving someone 60 quid to be terrible. It's a complex situation. It really is. And I don't think anyone can be right or wrong on it. It's just one of them things where it comes down to like where you draw a line to be comfortable.
I am right.
That's fair
you
enough.
are wrong. Okay. So let's always remember the mantra of this podcast. I am always right, and you are always wrong. Okay?
Yes, yeah, that's fair enough. I feel like you might be more right than me in this scenario, but look, I like the Lodger. Okay, I think it's a good episode of Doctor Who. And it's not great, it's just good.
Well, I like being on the right side of history, Lawrence. Anyway, the Lodger, here we are. How are we? What are we? Where are we?
Well, where we are, Nathan, is a nice little suburban green space where the TARDIS seemingly is having a bit of trouble.
Well, not to jump ahead, Lawrence.
Oh, sorry. There's a second. Go on.
The Doctor opens the TARDIS doors. And there's just a quote I like at the beginning, which I just think is funny. The Doctor opens the doors and he says, "No, Amy, it's definitely not the fifth moon of Cinder Callister. I think I can see a Ryman's." Which is very funny.
How far-reaching is that reference? Do you know?
Not very far. Not very far, I don't think. I think that's a UK exclusive reference. Anyone further afield would be like, the fuck's a Ryman's?
Yeah.
You know?
I remember going there, getting my pencil case back in the day.
Yeah, it's a stationery shop.
Yeah. Do you ever have that maths class where they're like, you need a specific calculator? You need to go and buy this calculator.
No, I did foundation maths. I wasn't smart enough for specific calculators.
I think this was before they moved me into foundation maths, because I was also very dumb.
Of my maths GCSE, the highest grade anyone could get was a C. So that should tell you what you need to know.
That's the same with me. And do you know what's so funny? The first time I got a D. I retook it. It's okay. I reclaimed my smart status.
We're two smart boys on this podcast.
As smart as we're allowed to be, which is 2 letter grades below anyone else.
Oh, that's good stuff. The TARDIS goes a little bit haywire after this. The Doctor gets thrown from the box herself as she dramatically flies away, leaving him behind. And Amy is left alone in the TARDIS, whilst the Doctor is stranded in Essex. A fate worse than death.
Well, it kind of is for him, because he's now just got to go and live a normal life for a second. Like,
that was just a fun joke at the expense of Essex, but sure.
Do you think there's any correlation between Essex and them casting James Corden?
No.
Because of the Gavin and Stacey of it all?
No, you're thinking too much into it. Shut up.
It could be set anywhere. It could be set in London, but they specifically chose Essex. That's all I'm saying.
All right, but Essex is a big place.
Yeah. I guess he could just be there, yeah.
I think a lot of people are from there. Isn't James Corden from Essex?
I have no idea.
Probably.
He's not from the UK anymore.
Well, he is.
He's been ousted.
He lives in the UK again, though.
Does he?
Yeah, he moved back. He finished his show in America, and now he lives back here.
He's come back to Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, he's doing Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, but I figured he could, you can write drafts of scripts living in a different country, can't you?
No. Not with Ruth Jones, you can't.
Oh, yeah, true. She wouldn't have it. She wouldn't put up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nathan, there's an intercom, and it has the voice of a creepy old geezer.
Yes, there's a young guy lured into a home by a creepy old man. Yeah.
Yeah. He's cast completely in shadow. I do like the look of this. Like, it is very... Like, it doesn't really ever lean into the horror vibes of it all, but it's creepy imagery.
There's horror elements of it.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't it doesn't lean as full tilt as other episodes.
No, it doesn't go full horror, but there's definitely horror elements to it. There's the lighting, the creepy music, and all this kind of stuff, which lead into it. People can tick that off their bingo cards. I said it, all this kind of stuff. Great, well done.
Do you know how fucking I hated seeing that? Because now I'm so conscious of everything I say.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We need to add in a segment before the theme of this podcast where we just say all the things so we can move past it. Oh, God damn you, Pierce. Yeah, the vibes are off. And speaking of off vibes, Nathan, something gone off, you could say. There seems to be a little damp or mould stain going on in the flat underneath the creepy geezer.
There should be, on the bingo cards, there should be Lawrence does a terrible segue.
I think they're good segue. I mean, I know that one was bad.
They're all bad.
I don't know if they're all bad.
They are. I know. They're all bad. All right. Yes, there's some mould on Smithy's ceiling, and he's in love with his friend or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, you're just going all into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the kind of awkwardness between them. There's very much this. At first, I was like, "What is?" I mean, when I first watched it, what's the relationship here? Because she seemingly just lets herself in. Are they mates that just accept that one day they'll be in love? They seem very in this transitionary period.
Why would that be a thing?
Because
why would they be mates that accept that they're in love, but then cannot tell each other that they're in love?
But there's so much of that in this. I just think it's presented weirdly. Like,
what do you mean?
But she just comes over whenever and is like, "What are we doing tonight?"
Some friends do that. Have you ever seen the TV show Friends?
Yeah, but
they're always just coming over. They're never
they all
knocking.
live there. I'm pretty sure they all live there, don't they?
No, they live in different apartments. They're always just walking in.
Who owns the main Friends apartment?
Monica. Well, at first it's Monica and no one. Then it's Monica and Rachel. Then it's Chandler and Joey, because they do a fun little swap where they get to live there for a while. Nice. Then it goes back to Monica and Rachel. Then Rachel moves out when Chandler moves in, because him and Monica are together. And Phoebe lived there for a little while as well.
Were they all living there at the same time at any point?
No. Why would they?
I don't know. It's
a 2-bedroom apartment. Sure, it's a mansion, but it's a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay?
Yeah, it's not a 2-bedroom apartment.
It's a 2-bedroom apartment. All right.
Doesn't look it.
It gets $1 million a month in rent. Okay, but it's a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, fair. This stain, Nathan. This is like,
you're obsessed with this stain.
I just think it's something that is commonplace in, I know we're in Essex, but you could rent a place in London and the landlord would be like, "Oh yeah, that's the stain. Comes with the house. What do you think?"
You just paint over it. Give it the landlord special.
Yeah, just a lick of paint over. Yeah,
you just get some white gloss. You just run over that with the old roller. You'll be fine.
Take a while for them to notice that's come back. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, you actually, yeah, we'll sort it out for you this time. You actually need to leave the house so we can do that. All right, paint over it again.
Yeah.
I like their flirty vibes. I've said that they are two people that clearly love each other, but they're stuck in a rut where they don't want to ruin their friendship. Yeah. But they both know, kind of I think maybe Sophie knows more.
Know. I don't think either of them know.
Do you not think?
No, because there's very clearly a moment where they both find out later on in the episode, and they're like, "Really?
But I feel like that's more relief, no? Because there is this tension between them. This "Oh, are you my date? I never said I was your date." Kind of.
Yeah, but they're both fucking idiots.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't account for that.
By the way, hate the fact that Smithy's 27 in this episode. Do you know how much that fucking depressed me hearing that? Hearing him call himself a 27-year-old man, I was like, I fucking hate that. I got so angry, I looked up how old James Corden was during this episode. All right? He was 32 during the filming, okay?
Okay.
So that makes it easier for me, all right?
Yeah.
That puts me a little bit at ease, but still. And also, what's James Corden doing playing 5 years younger? I don't know if he can get away with that.
I think 5 years older is more James Corden's bag, to be honest. But yeah, I don't quite understand that. Also, he doesn't come across as 27 in any capacity.
No.
Yeah. Even we see him later on when he's late for his office job and he's wearing a little shirt and glasses. I'm like, that's not the face of a 27-year-old at all.
You can wear a shirt at 27.
No, but he's got his little reading glasses on. I'm like,
You can wear glasses. Some people
you
have glasses.
You can wear glasses.
Some people need glasses.
I know, but
Lauren.
the type of glasses, the style he's got, they're very like man in mid-40s reading a book on the beach like glasses.
Well, some people have bad eyes.
I'm not saying you can't have bad eyes. I'm saying the frames of the glasses, the style. Right? They don't give off a youthful vibe.
Coming across very ableist right now, Lawrence.
Oh, good. Right, tick that one off the fucking sheet as well. God damn it.
Bingo card.
Shut up!
Just let you know.
You haven't... No, I'm not accepting it today.
Okay.
There's a little Van Gogh flyer on Craig's fridge. Did you notice it?
Yes, well, we all noticed it, Lawrence. Well done.
I was pointing at the screen.
Okay, great. I, too, know of Van Gogh.
Yeah, it's fresh in the mind for some reason.
Yeah. Sophie has to leave because her friend is incapable of sorting out her own problems.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's a knock at the door and Smithy thinks it's Sophie because she forgot her keys again. And he's like, every fucking time. And then he's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. He's singing that Natasha Bedingfield song. And then he answers the door saying, I love you. But Trick, he's been bamboozled. He's been flim-flammed.
Yes.
Because
he's brought it back for episode 2.
Because I can't escape it. It's been everywhere on Discord the past few days.
I changed the Funny Junk server to Flim Flams, and I was very happy
I
with
thought
it.
that was Pierce.
No, I think I changed it to like something Flim Flams, and I think he shortened it. He made it sweet.
Oh, okay, so it was Pierce. Okay.
I'm the idea man. He's the execution.
Right, okay. Smithy answers the door saying, I love you. But it turns out it's actually the doctor. And he says, well, that's good because I'm your new lodger. Titles. Here we go. Bit of fun.
But I do like that it's like, this is going to be easier than I think.
What a sitcom this is.
I like this, right? Like, are there any... It reminded me a little bit of this... now that I'm talking about it, maybe not so much. But you know that show that we watched that seemingly no one else watched, My Hero?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like, just this... No, but this, like clever alien that's just sets up shop somewhere on Earth and deals with these kind of oddball characters.
I guess, yeah, I can see where you're getting that from. Yeah, he does live in a flat, I guess. So
I feel like you're just entertaining me. I feel like you don't think this at all.
My Hero's a great show.
It is a great show. I should actually rewatch that properly now that I'm an adult.
I should too. Yeah. Maybe we should do it on Another Happy Pod.
Got the guy from. I'd love to do that. We've got the guy from Father Ted.
Yes. And Doctor Who.
And, Brannigan the cat.
Yeah, we don't talk about Father Ted, though.
Oh, yeah, that's also...
Yeah, that's also poison.
Why can't things just be good? Oh! It's the cheaty good place thing. It's so hard to live a moral life in this tainted world.
I know. Anyway, moving on. The doctor just hands him 3K loose in a paper bag, saying, "Here, have some rent." Nothing suspicious about that.
It does get brought up a little bit.
From? What's he done? All right, because we know he doesn't have money, so he's done his classic, gone to the fucking bank machine and just Sonics the fuck out of it to steal $3,000 from the economy again.
That the fucking Runaway Bride, was that?
Yeah, he's always doing it.
Yeah, he Sonics the ATM and just causes a money shower.
He's single-handedly tanking the economy every time he does this.
How loaded are those ATMs? They can't be that loaded.
Oh, I mean,
no, but that was pissing money for like a good couple of minutes.
Yeah, he was fine.
Did the banks?
I think they got a lot of money in there.
Oh yeah, I suppose. It'd be a shame if they had to stock them. I've never seen them get stocked up.
Yeah, neither. I think they're probably done from like the inside, though, aren't they?
No one lives there. What do you mean? Someone would have to come and open them up, wouldn't they?
Do you mean no one lives there? that you see that shop building? No one lives there. Guess we can never get inside it. Then that's right. It's permanently locked up forever because no one lives inside that shop. Closing up boys will never get inside. You're a fucking
No,
idiot.
I didn't mean that.
Do you ever listen to yourself and think about what the fuck is going on?
I meant in the sense like some of them are just in a brick wall, aren't they? Just on a road, like
Just in a brick wall.
Well, how do you access them if not from the opening?
From inside the fucking building, you fuckhead.
I don't know this.
Whatever that wall is, there's something on the other side of it. I don't know if you're aware of how buildings fucking work.
Yeah, but it might not be a building. It might just be a wall.
What, with just nothing on just an empty void on the other side, but seemingly there's a cash machine just somehow magically floating in the middle of this wall?
I'm just positing the idea that don't they open from where you get the money out? Can't you open them that way?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking bank teller, all right?
That's all I'm saying.
Fucking hell, man.
All right, the ad that Craig put out says like ideal for working professionals. I like that the Doctor describes himself as an ancient amateur.
Yeah, that's
which
good
is
stuff.
quite fun.
I like that too. It's good fish out of water stuff. You know, he's doing European kissing. He's doing the kisses on each cheeks. He doesn't know why he's called the Doctor. He doesn't know why people call him the Doctor. It's good stuff. I like it. So the Doctor sees some rot on the ceiling, and he says, "Call me the Rotmeister." No, actually, don't. That's terrible. I'm the Doctor. Don't call me the Rotmeister. Bit of fun.
That is a bit of fun. What happens next?
Fucking hell, all right. I guess we're not talking about that then.
What else is there to say on it?
Well, there's a big mysterious mold, and he's like, "Don't touch it, or you'll die."
Yeah. Sorry, I'm way off.
What is going on?
I've been so thrown off.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, just get to where I'm safe again. I have no nose.
You have no nose, and you've completely fucking panicked.
Because you don't ever let me get on with it. You just correct me, and I'm like, well, now I have nothing to say.
Can you not follow on from that?
Well, what? He does call him the Rotmeister, yes.
Great, well done. Fucking hell. Here's something. When Smithy shows him the room, he's like...
Are we just calling him Smithy now?
Yeah, I just called him Smithy for all my notes, by the way. So,
okay, good.
When Smithy's showing him the room, he's like, "Oh, it was Mark's old room. He owns the place. But his uncle mysteriously died, left him a load of money in the will. Did the Doctor kill Mark's uncle? Is that what's going on here? Because it was like, remember in school reunion when there was like, oh, that teacher who you replaced, she just won the lottery out the blue, didn't even buy the ticket, just turned up. And now Mark is mysteriously, his uncle, who he never even knew he had, has just died, and he's left him a load of money in the will.
Holy shit, yeah, I never fucking noticed that.
The Doctor killed Mark's uncle, confirmed.
What? Or it's like, I don't, because do they bring it up again? The uncle?
Nope, never mentioned again.
I swept that under the rug. You've uncovered an illicit ploy here, Nathan.
There you are. Told you. He killed him.
Huh. It's the Doctor's go-to trick. Lob someone off and then boom, money.
Anyway, the Doctor's got some references.
Yeah, yes, he certainly does. No, I like this because he's just it's fun that he's just like passing his psychic paper like back and forth between like behind his back. And he's got a little personal character reference from the Archbishop of Canterbury, which is always a good bit of fun.
That was massively worth all that. No, yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. I like it. He whips up a terrible looking omelette. I don't know if you saw what he put in that.
I didn't. I didn't like his technique either way, though. What did he put in?
So it was eggs, which there's definitely shell in, a tiny sprinkle of cheese. It was like 4 pieces of grated cheese, just some loose ham, just thrown in there, and then a big old dollop of mayonnaise.
Ah.
Yeah, and he just whisked the shit out of that together.
And Craig loves it as well. Craig's like hot.
Craig was having it great. He was like, tell you what, that was some good stuff. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, and he says he learnt to. Did he say he learnt to cook in Paris in the 17th century or 18th?
Well, he said 17th, but
maybe they had wildly disgusting cooking methods.
I mean, it's France. You know what they're like.
I mean, famously very good city for food.
No, it's all awful. They eat like frogs and shit.
No, yeah, it's awful for us, but like for them, it's like actually decent and cultured. And for, I don't know, rich people that want to be fancy, it's a good place.
You ever been to France?
I have been to France.
Shithole.
That might have been one of your all-timer deliveries.
No, I don't mean that. But
Don't go back on it. Don't be a coward.
look, I'll bully the French, all right? But, hey.
Very good. Mark and Craig had a previous arrangement, Nathan, between two top shaggers.
Fucking hell, okay.
If they ever want to have a girl around the house, they'd give it. I like that it's like an arrangement, by the way. It's just, hey, I'm bringing a girl round.
Yeah, give us a shout.
Yeah.
Which the doctor takes literally. He interprets literally, which is it's good. This fish out of water stuff, it's good stuff. I like
It is good stuff, yeah.
I like the way he just goes, I was not expecting this. It's good.
Matt Smith is like, he's very good at delivering this kind of stuff. And like,
He's got that alien quality about it.
He does. And he looks out of place. And I tell you what, it is weird to see James Corden play the straight man. Like,
yeah,
he's normally the goofy one in the scene, or the absurd one. Like,
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I quite enjoyed their back and forth. It was quite fun. What else is going on? So like later on in the evening, right, it jumps forward a bit, and not Mark. I keep getting his name confused. Smithy's on the phone to Sophie. And I like that he's just like going through the bag of money and like holding up the banknotes to the light to like check if they're all real. And Sophie posits the theory that it's very likely the doctor might be a drug dealer.
Oh, it's a fair theory.
Yeah, he's not doing much to dissuade the theory, I don't think.
He's called the Doctor, first of all. So that's a bit of a dealer's name. You know, he's handing out his medicine and stuff.
And the brown paper bag just containing a loose $3,000.
Yeah. If anyone hands you a loose bag of $3K, just a loose bag of cash, that is the biggest red flag you can ever have, mate. Yeah.
Report it or not, it depends what day you're having.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do if a $3,000 bag turned up on my doorstep.
I mean, I'd keep it, but like...
let's not go any further, because we might implicate ourselves in a scenario that might actually happen to us one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sure hope I don't find a bag of $3K in cash outside my doorstep.
Yeah, and if I do, I'll definitely report it to the local authorities.
Yeah, me too.
Right, we've covered that.
After I've spent it all on sweets.
No!
Yeah, while Craig is on the phone... while Smithy is on the phone to Sophie... the doctor's on the horn to Amy as well. He's got in his earpiece, but he's scrambled the audio so that it basically just sounds like gibberish to anyone listening. I got a bit of it down, which is very fun. Basically, at one point he says, "Orange juice, ear canes, arbuckle, rare tarantula on the table. Ooh, practical eruption in chicken." So that's good stuff.
That's a good selection of random words. That's good.
I like that, yeah.
Eruption in chicken.
Yeah.
I like this one of his silly little fucking gizmos. Just like his little scrambly device. I think I like that they have to kind of push the boat out a little bit, because they can't just like go in and Sonic. He makes a point of being like, any kind of, I guess, like local specialized alien tech is going to be picked up by whatever's living upstairs. So he's kind of just got to make do. Is this kind of like a weird hole, because the scrambler should be alien tech, right?
Not really. It's just an earpiece.
Yeah, but it's doing a little alien thing.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, it was done before. Well, yeah, because like to scramble it, what would he have done? He would have just sonicked it already, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah. Is it the device, or is it the ear? Like, did he warp the device, or is the device like this?
I don't fucking know, Lawrence. All right,
I want to break this down.
I don't know. Stop asking me all these ridiculous questions. I'll tell you what I do know, though. I know that Matt Smith has some incredible hair in this episode.
Oh, he does, yeah.
So much volume on that bitch, mate. Oh, it's so thick and it's so big. This must have been like towards the end of filming, really. This must have been one of the last episodes they filmed, and he has had a chance to grow out his hair a little bit. Yeah. It's not like to the sort of 2 long levels of Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone, pre-haircut, but it's a lot more just got so much volume. It's so big. I love it.
There's a bit where he comes out of the shower and it's like, it's not wet. He hasn't washed his hair, but it's like, it's got that like dampness. It's got that
towel dried, sort of all shaggy all over the place sort of look to it.
It's looking good, man. It's a good episode for him.
Yeah.
We'll get to it in a second, but he gets a few new looks. We're gonna have some suit talk. Anyway, not before Amy tells the Doctor to blend in with the normal lads. Now we know from a few episodes back, and I think meanwhile in the TARDIS, Amy has infinite knowledge of what the lads get up to. Right? She's given the Doctor a few pointers about this before, so she says to him to watch telly.
If anyone is going to know what the lads get up to, it's obviously going to be... She worked as a kissogram, all right?
Yeah.
A bunch of seedy blokes all hired her so they can all have a kiss in a pub, all right? So she knows what they get up to.
So she tells the Doctor he needs to blend in by watching telly, playing football, going down the pub. But then obviously we know from previous mentions where this conversation's kind of brought up that blokes also enjoy fixing the motor. That's something that blokes do. And what was the other one?
I have no idea.
I can't remember it, but I know there was something else that she specifically said, and both of us agreed we've never once done that or know anyone that does that.
Was this in a minisode?
No, I think this might have been towards the end of Vampires of Venice.
I don't know. I have no memory of this.
I could be wrong. Anyway, sage wisdom from Amy then.
Great. I guess we'll never know.
I guess not.
I guess it's lost to time.
I'll tell you what, I'll find out. I'll voice note Nathan. He can put it in here.
That's more work, man.
It takes 5 seconds.
And also, let's be honest, you won't.
I will. Do you know what? I will.
Will you? Because you'll I know what you're like, and like within 5 minutes, you will forget about that entirely, and it will literally never cross your mind again until inevitably someone brings it up in the Discord server later on.
Look, we're wasting time. The audience already know if I've done it or not. All right?
Okay, I'm gonna say you haven't.
I know I have.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say you haven't. And do you know what? Even if you have, I'm not gonna include it. So
no. All right, well, then I'll confirm on the Discord with the voice note on the same day.
No, you could have recorded that whenever.
Nope, not true.
Yes, you can. Yes, that is true.
No, I'm going to record it and drop it in on the Discord on the same day I send it to you and say, I sent this to Nathan on this date.
What you'll need to do is you'll need to go into town and buy a newspaper. And you'll need to record a video of yourself buying that day's newspaper so we can all confirm the date. And then in that video, you send me the voice note. That's what you'll need to do. That's the only way to be sure. Okay?
All right. Well, then I guess I'll have to do that, won't I?
Great. Well, I look forward to it.
I feel like you've just made it harder for me.
Well, that's the only way we'll know.
Oh, dear Lord.
The Doctor is helping Amy to control the TARDIS, and he's like doing so by using his muscle memory and figuring out where she's standing, so then he can like put himself in that place and figure out where he's reaching, which is good stuff. I like that. That was a good bit of fun.
I like that Amy does press the same button twice, and I guess the TARDIS is just specific as to where she should be standing when she presses the button.
You need to be stood in the right place when you press this. The zigzag plotter or something. The zag plotter or something.
Zigzag plotter, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I like that. That's just not a thing as well. Like everyone just accepts. Yeah, the TARDIS is ridiculously hard and specific to fly. I suppose.
Which is very temperamental. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Smithy almost dies, and the Doctor saves him with a toothbrush.
Well, hang on, Nathan, because he's gone out. Remember, he went out the night before this with his trolley to collect some scrap metal bits.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
And a cat.
Yeah. He didn't collect the cat.
No, but you can hear the cat. It's
There
the
was a
beginning of the
cat.
cat's arc.
Yeah, there was. Okay. There was a cat that you could hear in the background, okay? The beginning of the cat's arc.
I want to see the cat's character poster on Disney Plus.
They don't do character posters in this era.
They should. All right.
Okay.
We were robbed. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
But yes, Craig heads upstairs. The doctor's mid-shower, doesn't really have a grasp on what's going on. But yes, then does attempt to try and save him with the toothbrush, which is very, very fun.
Apparently you can see Matt Smith's penis in this episode.
Hang on. I was really not expecting to go here. What?
If you, like, freeze frame at the right time, like as he's running out of the bathroom and that towel drops, apparently you can see it.
I have to know if this is true.
I don't know if it is true, because, like, I've seen GIFs of it, and there's people like, oh, yeah, that's clearly a dick. But I'm like, surely he wouldn't just have his actual dick out on set. Surely he'd be wearing, like, flesh-coloured shorts or something underneath the towel.
Yeah, if it's not on camera, he wouldn't have his dick out.
There'd be no reason for him to actually have his dick out, you know?
Oh, I too am seeing this GIF.
Yeah.
That's his hand. That's his hand.
I don't know.
That's clearly his hand as he's running past.
A lot of people seem to think it's his dick. I'm not so sure myself, but
I think that's wishful thinking on their part. To be honest.
Maybe. But there we go.
I do like that he when Craig comes back down because the guy told him. Craig just got outright rejected. This man's been luring people up, coercing everyone that walks past the house. And Craig goes up and he's like, "No, thank you, goodbye."
I don't want you. Goodbye, Craig.
I wouldn't sleep there, would you? Well, I just couldn't. That's too creepy of a scenario.
What do you mean?
Well, like if you had a neighbour, right, that lived upstairs and you heard a kind of a bit of a loud kerfuffle, you went upstairs and they opened their door.
I just wouldn't go upstairs, first of all.
Well, yeah, I would ignore the
If I
problem
had banging in the flat above me, which I do regularly, okay,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just then go upstairs and be like, "Oh, you all right, mate?" I'd be like, "That's none of my business." All right.
Yeah.
I want whatever's going on up there. I want nothing to do with that. Okay?
I would hate it if someone did that to me, like knocked on the door. We heard some loud banging. I'm like, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I'd be like,
Get out of
"All
my fucking face.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, what do you want from me?
And you know what? I'll do some more.
Yeah, I'll be stomping on the floor all night long now.
But yeah, so Craig moseys on downstairs, and I do like that the doctor just becomes conscious that he's not wearing a shirt and starts to cover his nipples.
He does, yeah. It's classic stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's very fun.
Did we talk about the moment of weird noughties, early 2010s homophobia, which always seems to happen?
I might have missed it, but go on.
There's this is going back a bit, so apologies. But there is that moment, and it's just something I only noticed today, but it's just something that made me realize that, oh yeah, that is a bit of a homophobic trope, but it's a homophobic trope disguised as a progressive trope.
Oh,
really.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
It's like that. Hey, if you ever want to bring over a girlfriend or a boyfriend, they always give them a weird look up and down when they say boyfriend. Like, hey, it's okay with me if you're gay, but it is weird.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. You look like the type of fella that would be gay. Would be one of them weird gay people I've heard about. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. It has the air of progressiveness, doesn't it? Because it's like, you know, if this was a little audio
that's
piece,
fine with me. That's fine with me. If you're
Yeah.
gay, bit weird, but you know,
I'm a great person because I can accept this. All right.
Yeah.
Look
but
at
it is
me.
fucking weird, though, isn't it?
And you look like the sort, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just a good bit of homophobic fun for us all.
Yeah, always. a
Who
little bit of
amongst
fun.
us has not delved into some fun homophobia from time to time? I know you have.
I probably said some stuff when I was 10 or some shit.
Yeah, 10.
All right, fine, maybe like 14. All right, maybe 16. I was but a child, Nathan. Allow me to grow. Anyway, Sophie walks through
Imagine
the door.
if we met when we was like, I don't know.
Yeah, but you were also a fucking idiot as well.
Of course I was. Everyone was.
Yeah.
It was all fucking idiots.
We both know that we've deleted Instagram posts.
Half my Instagram is just completely gone.
Oh,
mate.
mine's nuked.
Yours is gone completely.
Yeah,
I checked it out the other day and it's just not there.
Yeah, hang on, what are you checking me out for? Where are you
I'm
going?
I'm checking in.
Going and looking. You've done that before, by the way. You've sent me a tweet I've liked, and you're like, "Why'd you like this?" And I'm like, "Get out of my business."
I'm always checking in. No,
You're that guy. You're the neighbour.
No, it comes up. It's like, oh, Lawrence liked this. And I'm like, what's he doing? What's he liking?
All right, fine.
It's like in all these e-girls fan previews.
I don't know if that's true.
He is.
It's not. I'm very careful. I'll have you know.
There's a bookmarks.
Yeah.
Sophie comes over. Smithy's like, hey, we're going to do a pub league. And Matt Smith, fucking hell, this is confusing. Smithy's like, hey, we're going to do a pub league. And the doctor's like, oh, pub league, drinking competition. Bit of fun. All right, I think that's a fair mistake to make, I reckon.
Yeah, I would like, as a non-football enjoyer, I would also make that mistake. And I'm a normal person from Earth.
And out of the two of them, I know which one I'd rather do.
Yeah. One sounds way more fun.
Yeah. The pub league, you say?
Indeed.
Oh, it's not going to a pub and getting drunk. It's playing football in a field with a bunch of 30-year-old men.
For no one. Oh, look, people enjoy football. They're allowed to enjoy football.
Yeah, I know. They can enjoy what they want.
I
don't.
Yeah, I can't fathom it being fun when I look at it. I'm just like, what's this? Why? Like, why?
Yeah.
Anyway, Craig makes a faux pas, Nathan. He exhibits his trademark negative riz that he's been deploying throughout, I guess, this man's entire life and friendship with this woman.
Everyone check those bingo cards. What did he do?
He says, Sophie's not coming or something. I can't bring my date to football.
No, he called her his mascot.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Smithy?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And he also just kind of stared at the doctor whilst he was talking to her. Like, he did not look at her once. His eyes were locked on the doctor the entire time. And the doctor was like, what the fuck is going on? He just had this really awkward look as he was just looking between the two of them. Like, he's there just drinking milk straight out of the bottle. Don't do that in a shared house. That's gross.
Oh, yeah, horrendous stuff.
Yeah. I live alone, so I can do that, all right? But not in a shared house. You can't be doing
And
that.
I live with my wife, who puts up with me doing it.
Not me. Not me when I come over and drink all your milk.
Nathan, please.
Straight out the butt.
With me, you're just passing the bottle back and forth.
What's that? Oh, it's just Nathan again.
He can't stop.
He's stealing all our milk.
She's a good cookie maker, so we'll be going through the milk as well.
All right. As long as you rub it in. All right. Anyway, yeah, weird moment. But yeah, they're gonna play a bit of football. And Sophie has 2 sets of keys to someone else's houses. Sophie has 2 sets of keys to someone else's house. I don't even have 2 sets to my own house. All right. I've got 1 set of keys. Okay.
My wife has a key. I have a key, and we have a spare key.
That's excessive. Who needs 3 sets of keys?
I don't need 3. I need 1. The spare key hasn't moved since we moved in.
I have 1, and that's enough.
I'm trying to now think of the point.
I
of
live
the spare
alone.
Key.
You can give it to your dad or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. But I live 2 hours away from my dad.
All right. Well, then your wife's dad.
I don't live 2 hours away from him.
There you go.
He can come in. I don't mind. So can my dad, to be honest.
Give it to me.
Yeah, you can come in. Just
when
walk
I
in.
come over for my milk.
Stop. No, we've actually changed the lock so that you can't access the communal milk.
No, please. I need my milk.
You're doing that neighbour thing. You're knocking on the door. I'm opening it with that little lock on.
Oh,
you can't have any milk today.
The latch.
The latch. Nathan, it's time for suit talk.
Footy suit talk.
Footy suit talk.
Up the lads.
Indeed, yeah.
Anyway, he's number 11. Bit of fun.
I did like that.
Bit of fun.
He's got the King's Arms blue polo. It's under the brown jacket. I do like that he's just wearing that there.
Well, he's not during the actual football game.
No, but I like the fact that he just he has to leave the house with it. Like it has those pockets probably contain a multitude of things he might need.
Yeah. They got all his gadgets and gizmos. He needs that.
He's got some shorts and some socks, which is nice. I didn't get a good look at the shoes.
It's probably just a pair of football boots.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
This, even if people don't like this episode, people say this is one of the best parts of it. I like this scene quite a lot.
I think it was written in purely so Matt Smith could just have a bit of fun for half an hour, you know?
Did you see on the Confidential that it's just like...
I didn't watch the Confidential. I didn't have time. I know that Matt Smith loves a kick around, all right?
Well, he was going to be I think he was aiming to be a pro footballer, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's just one of the lads, you know?
He's just one of the boys. He is. You've seen videos of him, like there's a lot of fan videos of him meeting Matt Smith where he is just obviously just out on the town smashed.
You've said this on the podcast before.
Yeah, well, right, sorry.
He's one of the lads who gets to have a kick about with the boys. He's having a good day. This would have been his favourite day on set, this would have.
I think it might have been, yeah, because he's just... Also, they don't make him, like... They don't let him be lame at it. Like, it's not, like, proper fish out. Well, like, he's really good.
He's instantly amazing.
Yeah.
He's the best footballer there ever was. And you know what? There's this whole, like, running theme throughout the football game where, like, Smithy is getting annoyed because, like, the Doctor is stealing, like, his limelight and his fun or whatever. All right? And I think Smithy is right to be annoyed during this thing.
Do you think?
Yeah, the Doctor's a massive prick. He's going to take like a free kick or a penalty or something, and he just swoops in at the last minute and you can't do that.
He doesn't know the rules.
That's poor form. There's no sportsmanship there, okay?
I'll take the point on just him doing that little kick or whatever, right? That's obviously Smithy's kick that he's gearing up for. But everything else, he's just being good at football. Like, don't you want your teammates to be good at football?
It's a team sport.
Yeah. So he's only benefiting the team.
No, you got to play as a team. You can't be hogging the ball for yourself.
I see. He's pulling a Jamie Tart, you could say.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
There we are. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Say something mean now. Even it out.
You're a prick.
Thank you. Now we're back in form.
Time loop shenanigans.
That's right. I like the way they did this. The way they filmed this. There's a bit of it in Confidential where, like, obviously it looks a bit strange because Matt Smith is clearly against a green screen where no one else is. But I do think it's quite clever how they, like, localized just Matt Smith standing there and kind of acting and reacting to nothing, and then just kind of slotted him in. It's quite clever. Quite a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't like it?
No, I thought it was a bit... Yeah.
It looks a bit janky, yeah.
It does look a bit janky, and, like, people have, like, different reactions to the same thing going on.
Yeah.
Like, there's that guy who's, like, talking to the Doctor, and then, like, Smithy, like, spills his drink, and then 1 minute he's got one look on his face. He's like, hey! And then the next he's got just a completely different look on when he's doing it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit odd.
I think they fucked it up with the sound a little bit as well.
They definitely did, yeah.
Yeah, Soph's laugh.
That laugh is fucking irritating.
But it also comes out of nothing. Like, she's not opened her mouth, and you see, like, the camera's on her. You can see she's not got an open mouth, but the laugh is still going, ah, or something.
She somehow turns her head, laughs, and the can, like, sprays. And this all happens at the same time. This all happens within the exact same nanosecond of that time loop, you know?
It's not the best realized thing, but I appreciate what they were going for. And it's like, it's a hard thing to shoot, I'd imagine. So yeah. Good on them for giving it a go.
Post football game, Smithy and Sophie are going to do a bit of pizza booze telly. And that's their plans for the evening. And the Smithy was like, "My Doctor, fuck off." He's like, "Don't worry about me." But he did need to worry.
He definitely did. The Doctor
he was fixing all his wires or whatever's going on.
I like this because he's just absurd. And I like that it's just accepted that he's absurd. So much of this episode is people seeing the things that the Doctor does and being like, well, whatever. I like that, you know, Sophie says, like, "Oh, you should stay and have a drink with us," and the Doctor says, "Do I have to stay now?" Like, clearly he doesn't want to, but he's caught in an impasse. He's like, "Oh, I have to stay now." And he doesn't understand that when Smithy's like, "Would you like to stay?" He's like, "Well, I don't mind," but, like, he wants to go, Smithy wants him to go, but they both get the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
No, I was saying I do like the fact that, like, We breezed over it a little bit, but there's a funny bit where Smithy's walking him to the pub, and he's like, right, so what's your actual name? Like, I can't just be like, oh, here's my mate, the doctor. And then literally the first thing one of Smithy's mates says, all right, doctor. It's just completely normal.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, so they're all there. It's uncomfortable. The doctor is obviously a spare part in this conversation. And he's just like, if you watch what Matt Smith's doing, he's just plugging and unplugging the same plug. Like, and every now and again just kind of fiddling with a wire near his neck or something.
I like it when he takes a drink out of the wine and then just immediately spits it back into the glass.
I got down he knows what's up. He hates rosé because it's disgusting.
Okay.
So
well,
I'm
that feels personal from you. That does.
It does.
What's wrong with a rosé?
I'm just not a fan of it, man. Every time I've ever had it, it's just given me a headache, and it's never like people drink it. I think because it's like people like that it's like a bit more fruitier tasting. It doesn't have like the harshness of a red or a white, but it always doesn't taste nice. It always tastes like acid fruit.
You're wrong. I love a rosé.
I know you do. And look, everyone's allowed their own taste. I'm just saying, me and the doctor have clearly shared opinions on rosé wine, and they are objectively correct.
No, he doesn't like any wine.
What wine has he had? Other wine?
You'll see him drinking more wine in the future. Don't worry, he doesn't like it.
Hey, you're not allowed to bring that up here. You can't win points with episodes that haven't come up yet.
Well, I can and I will. All right.
No, it's not fair. You have more of a knowledge.
Yeah, so Sophie wants to go work with monkeys or something, but Smithy keeps telling her that she can't. And then the doctor does some fun reverse psychology. Is Smithy a bit of a prick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
You claim to love this woman. Maybe support her.
Yeah.
Maybe tell her that.
Oh, why do you want to go follow your dreams? You know?
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
Yeah, you don't have no qualifications, so you can't. So you're stuck here with me, actually.
I think, this is the part of the episode I think is a bit shaky, because it comes up at the end that, like, that behaviour is a good thing, actually.
Yeah,
like,
trust me, I got stuff on that, all right?
Yeah. So that is a little bit odd. But yeah, so I do like the doctor's reverse psychology, though. This is also, you can add this to the bingo card as well. Me praising Nathan on him mentioning that the doctor has a way of making people feel unique and special.
Hey, I did it. I fucking did it, boys.
Yeah, so what happens here?
Smithy touches the mold and he gets fucked up after this. Yeah. This is out. Sophie's gone, so it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
They're having a conversation in front of that weird picture. Did you see this?
What weird picture is this?
There's a weird picture in the hallway. It's just a guy's face staring at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Classic unobservant Lawrence strikes again. Anyway.
That's the bit. You watch this twice with binoculars. This is not my fault.
I don't watch it with binoculars. I watch it once for me, and then I watch it whilst I take my notes, Lawrence. Okay?
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Smithy touches the mold and he gets fucked up. And then the doctor finds Smithy and he's like, "Oh, you're an idiot." And then he needs to make him some sort of medicinal tea with tea from the bin or whatever's going on there.
It just seems like mostly just 80 tea bags, doesn't
just
it?
Just 80 tea bags or whatever's going on. But I enjoy that he's serving it in a Charles and Diana commemorative teapot.
Yeah.
A royal wedding Charles and Diana commemorative teapot, which I enjoy.
Every British home has some bullshit like this. Like
There's always some fucking weird royal wedding tat somewhere, you know? Awful.
My mum for the longest time had that Jubilee coin thing.
I had a Jubilee coin.
Because I gave them out in schools.
Yeah, exactly. I remember getting my golden Jubilee coin in 2003, I want to say. 2003, I think it would have been.
Yeah.
Good stuff, yeah.
Did you keep it? Are they worth anything now?
I don't know. It was a golden coin, so it might be worth something, but no, I didn't keep it.
No.
I don't know where that is.
I'll have to check in with my mum, see if she's still got it.
Probably in the bin somewhere.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the Queen?
Who knows, Nathan? It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Not seen her in a while. I hope she's all right. Anyway, I
like it when he has to make a remedy. I like it when he has to just pull shit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And kind of work backwards. I like you. When was the last time we saw him do a remedy? Was it another episode written by this arsehole?
No, that was a different thing. That's
an on the fly remedy.
Yeah, but he's not making it though, is he?
No, I guess
He was just
basically poured
basically
in his mouth.
Yeah, he was just babbling about stuff that he needs in a good bit of physical comedy scene. Really,
It is a good scene.
yeah.
I can't think of any other remedies then.
Neither can I. It's not important. Where are we? Oh, yes. So Smithy's too sick to go to work, so the doctor goes to work for him. And once again, everyone loves the doctor and everyone hates Smithy. What's going on with Smithy's boss, man? This guy, the doctor is like, listen. He's on the... All right, first, Smithy works in a call center. Okay?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I've worked in a number of call centers in my time. Okay?
Yeah.
If you said to a customer, actually, no, we don't want your business anymore, and by the way, if you did that down to a phone to a customer, fired.
Yeah.
Right?
On the spot.
Gone. Your boss wouldn't be stood in front of you being like, nice one, mate. Well done. Good stuff.
Well, Nathan, look, I can go into this now or I can go into this later.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, you already took all of the good material from me.
Right, well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I didn't want to interrupt you. We're on a flow.
I do apologise.
That's right. We'll discuss him later. But yeah, I do like that it's... one thing I noticed that I can't imagine is Smithy's, right? But the doctor is just on the desk. He's got some trinkets, and one of which is just a rotating spatula situation.
Oh, is it?
Just on the desk, there's like a spoon or spatula type thing. It's a kitchen utensil that he shoved into a box, and it's just rotating.
I didn't notice this. Let me have a look now.
Have a watch of it. It's very strange. It's not drawn attention
this.
to at all. It's just something that's going on in the forefront of the shot.
Are you sure it's a spatula?
It might not be. It might be like a serving spoon.
But you're sure it's a kitchen utensil?
It's absolutely a kitchen utensil.
Oh yeah, there is. That's true. That's straight up just like a fucking it's like a pasta spoon sort of. Yeah, just weirdly rotating back.
It's that spoon everyone's got in their house and no one knows what it's specifically for. But
that's a pasta. I'm pretty sure that's a fucking pasta spoon because it's got like the holes in it
for the water. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's really weird, right?
That is so weird. Yeah.
I love the idea of the doctor being like, I've never worked in a call centre before. I'll give it a go. Right, what do I need from home? Well, obviously I need my rotating kitchen spoon.
Is it like because he's got that big weird setup back in the room? Is it like a portable version of that? Maybe. Do you think that he's taken on the go, so we can keep an eye on? But no, because obviously shit goes on and he doesn't. I don't know. That's weird, man.
It is very. I could not work out what it was for.
What the fuck is that? That's insane. Wow.
Right. So anyway, Craig kind of goes. It's very. This scene's so strange because it's very like we like the Doctor better than you.
Yeah.
And
You're
it's
an
like
idiot.
Yeah, but like why?
Yeah, because he's not the Doctor.
I know, but
because everyone loves the Doctor.
But it's weird though, because when the Doctor comes home, he's like, right, I thought it was good weird, but it's actually bad weird. You need to leave, and it's like he just played football and then like I understand how it's coming across, but all he did was play football and cover for you at work. Like this guy seems like a good roommate.
I do like that he answers the phone and is like, "Oh, can you just hold on? I need to eat a biscuit." Good stuff. I'll tell you what, I've worked quite a few call center jobs in my time.
Yeah. And
the amount of times I would like, oh yeah, I just need to place you on hold 1 minute. Just bear with me 1 moment while I take a look at this for you. And I'm just eating snacks whilst I put them on hold, mate. That's all hold is for. Hold is for you so you can eat, all right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Whenever you get put on hold, just know whoever's talking to you, they're just having lunch, all right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
As is their right. My equivalent of that was when people asked me for a drink, and I was like, I need to go and check in the back if we have that. And I would just go and kind of sit in there for a couple of minutes, just be like, oh, mentally prepare myself to talk to a fucking drunk idiot again, and then go back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has their work safe havens.
Yeah.
As true. They should.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's your work safe haven now that you don't have a real job?
Just my house. It's the best one I've ever had, Nathan, because I'll just look at my laptop and go, I don't need to be accountable to anyone here.
We're two beautiful boys who work exclusively from home.
It's good stuff. Yeah, but you still have to, like... I have my deadlines, but you have people that, like, if you walked away from your computer for, like, an hour, would someone know?
Yeah, they would, yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't have that. I'm a little bit more free, which I'm thankful
Because you're
for.
freelance. You're just a little... You'll fucking... All you do is watch movies all day and then complain that you have to spend all night editing because you spend all day watching movies.
Look, it's not a perfect situation, but it works for me. Okay.
You're like, oh, the wife is at work. Now I've got the house to myself. Rather
Just
than
rubbing my hands
work.
together.
Yeah. Rather than doing my work, now I'll watch movies all day.
I'm going to watch movies and drink all the household milk.
No, that's my milk.
But yeah, I do like that it's quite it's very within Craig's character to just, like, he's scared of change. The Doctor arrives.
Smithy.
Things are weirder than they were 3 days
Smithy.
ago. Sorry, Smithy. Yeah.
Thank you.
I should. I spoke out of turn. But yeah, he doesn't want to embrace any unusual in his life. He'd rather just stay like this weird, limited, confined, in his lane type of guy.
Yeah.
And the Doctor.
He doesn't want to move to London. He doesn't see the point in London.
Yeah.
Look, I'm with you, man. I'm with you there.
Yeah, but like,
I'm done with London at this point now.
but how much cheaper is Essex?
Oh, it's a lot cheaper than London. Like, not much, but it's come on, it's London.
But it's not too much of a different life, though, is it? Like, it's still city life.
No, but that flat in London, that
true.
would cost you like $2,000 a month.
Two men who haven't lived in London for the better part of 6 years, or whatever.
It'd be pricey though. Like, it's a decent flat.
Yeah, it would be pricey enough, and also you'd get a well, yeah. Look, it's not for me, that life. It's the life of a young man, of that of which I am not anymore.
A 27-year-old James Corden. Yeah. Anyway, Mark, he owns the place. Mark has the mortgage, but then he got all this money, but now he's still making Smithy pay rent.
Yeah.
Bad friend, that is.
Absolutely dick behaviour, yeah. Especially
all
like
landlords are scum, and this proves it.
Oh, the money changes people.
Yeah.
But he owned it before he won all this mystery uncle money.
Yeah, but he was probably still paying off the mortgage though, wasn't he?
Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on like how, because he could have had like, I don't know, 20 grand or something. That's probably not enough to pay off the mortgage, but
20 grand's not move out of your house money though, is it?
No, it's not, to be fair. Yeah. That's like pay off your debt and, I don't know, get a car or something.
Yeah, have some savings for a change.
Have a good few months and then back to poverty.
Do you know about this guy that he called himself King of the Chavs?
King of the Chavs, yes, I know him well. Yeah.
Should we all aspire to be the lotto lout himself?
Isn't he like a bin man now or something?
He was a bin man. He won 10 million, pissed it all up the wall, and then went back to being a bin man.
Fair play to him, mate.
I mean, yeah.
Fair play to the guy. Have your fun and then go back to work. Why not?
How are you pissing up the wall 10 million though?
I could piss 10 million up the wall.
Yeah, but without a single asset to show for it. That's hard to do.
It's hard to do, yeah, but I could do it.
Yeah. I have faith in you.
Great. If anyone wants to give me 10 million, then
Nathan
we'll
is
see.
the prince of the chavs.
I don't like that.
The Doctor's got no time for this. He's like, do you know what, Craig, you're doing my head in. I'm going to give you a big fat fucking headbutt.
Wait, I don't think you've explained what
No, that's
the
it.
Doctor's got no... Okay, sure. I don't think you've explained what the Doctor's got no time for. We haven't established that they're having an argument or anything like that.
We have. James Corden's Smithy's trying to kick him out. He's like, I've had enough of this. You need to leave.
The Doctor, he's talking to a cat.
Oh, he is talking to a cat.
You brought up the cat arc earlier, and now you're not even fulfilling the cat arc.
Sorry. I'm too distracted waiting for his character posting.
I like that he's talking to the cat.
Yeah, it is good. I like that it's not just... Matt Smith plays this very well because it's just like an in-depth conversation with the cat. He's not being like, oh, what was that? Like, he's being like, yeah, and this happened and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just... Like, it's believable that I believe this cat would actually be having a chat with him.
This is a very 11th Doctor thing. 11th Doctor is always talking to animals and babies and cats and horses and everything like this. He's always having a word.
I do like that it's just... The cat's just walking downstairs and the Doctor's like, Oh, it's very, it's very silly and cute the way he just goes, "Oh, have you been upstairs? Have you? What'd you see?"
But then the cat's answering him, and he's like, "Well, that doesn't make any sense."
It's cute, man. It's good, but yeah, James Corden's having none of it. Smithy. I said,
Yeah, he
Smithy.
tries to kick him out, so then the Doctor headbutts him, but not just for like no reason. He's like, "Here, backstory, bang."
I like this scene. I think it's a clever way of doing it, the headbutt info dump situation, but also I think James Corden and Matt Smith play it nicely. That they're both just like quite sore from headbutting one another, but they're also, well, more so James Corden's kind of having an existential crisis at the same time.
Yeah, it's not like whenever we've seen like a psychic connection with the Doctor before, it's usually like he'll place his hands on your temples or whatever, and it'll be like a slow romantic sort of situation, where he's giving you this psychic bond. But here it's just two lads just roughing out against each other and just butting heads and having a horrible time of it.
Can you imagine Madame de Pompadour, the 10th Doctor, just walking up and swatting her?
Just fucking nutting her.
Crack!
Oh, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Once he's caught up on the backstory and he knows what's going on. And then Smithy he says, "Oh my god, that's Amy Pond," as if she's like a celebrity or something. Because he knows who she is now. Just
this person that he's I guess seen myths of and stories of, and he's like, "Oh my gosh," he's like a child. It's very, very fun. Sophie, Nathan, arrives.
Sophie, yeah.
And suddenly, the upstairs weird creep entity, I guess, because it's constantly switching forms.
It's a hologram.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the weird hologram is like, "What's up, Sophie?"
We don't know that yet.
When do we know this?
Later.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can I say now then?
Well, it's just a child, isn't it?
Just a little child.
Yeah. It's all right, hello, I'm lost or whatever.
Yeah, help. Come upstairs, please.
Yeah.
Are you falling for any of this, by the way?
No, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay. All right, fine. Nathan's widow. Everyone that goes upstairs. Yeah, right. So Sophie starts heading up. She's like, "What's going on, little girl?" Up she goes.
Yeah.
What's up next?
Fucking hell. There's another time loop. Just a brief one. People are dying up there. 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 And they realize that it's Sophie. Sophie's dying up there. So then they're like, "Oh shit! Now we actually have to do something. This is someone we care about."
Yeah,
so,
yeah. We can't just be passively observing anymore.
Exactly. So up they go. They run up the stairs. And Amy's on the phone as well. And as they get to the door, Amy's like, "Oh, there is no upstairs. Dun dun dun." He actually lives in a bungalow. It's not a flat. Whatever's going on there.
But I can see the stairs, Nathan. So what's happening here? Is this one of them?
Well, the upstairs is actually a TARDIS, but not really.
A Wish.com TARDIS.
A Wish.com, a Temu TARDIS. Right?
A very TARDIS.
Someone's trying to rig together a TARDIS. Look, I think they've done a pretty good job. I can do this.
Look,
so
yeah, considering I don't know where their starting point was, how much of this was done before intervention took place, but
yeah.
Look, as it goes, as TARDISes go, it looks like shit.
It's bigger on the inside,
but it is that's the hardest bit.
It looks vaguely enough like a TARDIS.
It's got a middle console
a big
type
time
situation.
rotor and a big thing.
Has it got arches? Are there weird arches?
There's not always arches.
A lot of the time, there's weird arches though.
Not all the time. Only in your favourite shit one.
No, and
when else are there arches?
13 has arches.
They're more like columns.
Arches.
They're not complete arches.
No, I guess they don't go right to the roof.
Yeah. And arches don't go to the roof.
Oh, yeah,
arches curve over and then go back to the ground. That's why they're called arches, because they arch over.
Shut up!
You fucking idiot.
I've had enough of you. All right? I don't know what happens to me when I'm around you. I become a different kind of dumb. And it's so frustrating.
You're a fucking idiot. That's why you only got a C in maths.
Shut up. I was only allowed a C, Nathan. I actually excelled way beyond that.
Not like me, I got an A star.
No, that's not true. I don't think that's true at all.
It is, and you can't prove it.
The Doctor assumes the alias of Captain Troy Handsome.
Yeah. Handsome.
That's what I said.
You said Hanson, like the band.
I said handsome.
All right, well, it sounded like Hanson.
I can take a picture of my note, prove it right now.
I don't want to. Yeah, that's a bit of fun. This is all a bit boring, really, isn't it?
It's a rubbish climax.
It is. It's just a quick rubbish resolution. It's just like, oh, and then this happens, and that's it, really. It's very just, and then don't worry about it, you know? Yeah.
And the worst thing about it is that the message reinforces that, like...
It's so weird, isn't it?
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like...
Aspire to do nothing.
Literally, what's my note say here? Resolution is a bit quick and boring. Sophie decides not to follow her dreams, but instead be with Smithy and go nowhere. All right, I guess. Good stuff. Smithy saves the day by having no ambition. Great, love that.
Yeah, and then Smithy is like designed to be the best case scenario for this outcome because he's the only person on planet Earth that wants to do absolutely nothing with their life.
And I know a little bit later when they're kissing or whatever, he's like, "Oh, now with you, I will go to Paris or whatever." Well, you fucking won't.
Yeah,
you're not going anywhere. You're gonna sit on that couch and fuck, and that's all you're gonna do. All right, that's all that's gonna happen. And then she'll be like, "Should we go to Paris?" And you'll be like,
"I don't believe in Paris, actually."
Yeah, I just want to stay here.
Yeah,
and fuck some.
Should we get a pizza in?
Yeah.
Oh, Smithy. Goodness sake.
Good stuff.
No, the ending's not good stuff. I would say, yeah, it's just look, it's a bit rubbish.
It's a bit shit. I like it when the makeshift TARDIS disappears and then they CGI out the top of that house to make it look like a flat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is funny.
What's going on with that hallway though?
Yeah,
because if there's no upstairs, all right, then was that hallway always there? Because if so, what the fuck's the point of that? All right.
Yeah, just empty space for no reason.
That only makes sense if there's an upstairs to sort as like a communal area, you know. But if it's just the bottom floor, then pointless. Yeah. And if that is the case, did the upstairs TARDIS steal some of the downstairs flat?
I don't know. I need to see before and after blueprints.
You can't because they don't exist.
Well, they should have made them. They should have known that like 20 years later or whatever, we'd be scrutinizing it on a podcast. 0
out of 10.
Yeah. Not satisfying for the architects out there.
Anyway, Sophie and Smithy are very horny.
Yeah,
they're having a kiss. The Doctor leaves, and the crack is back.
The crack is indeed back. It's hiding behind the fridge this time.
Classic crack.
Classic crack, can't be stopped.
It's always hiding behind something. Two parts of space and time they should never have touched. Pressed together.
Bloody hell. Did you get a chance to watch the Next Time trailer?
I did the first time I watched it, yeah. It's a long trailer.
It's a really long trailer, yeah.
And like half of it is shit we've already seen. It's all like, hey, remember the crack?
Here's the crack from every single episode up until this point.
Get ready.
Yeah. Yeah, Amy needs to fill out the ad for the window so the Doctor can go see it. Time is weird like that.
Yeah, and she asks the Doctor to get her a fella as well.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, why can't you find me a fella? And he's like, I'm not talking about this.
Yeah, he's like, that's something with the TARDIS. Something's wrong. Yeah. I'm going to go somewhere else.
You get a pen and write that note or whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's going on with that note, by the way. Does that make any sense?
It was.
Why does Amy have to write the note that Craig is looking for a flatmate?
It's one of them things that, like, because they brought it up, it needs to happen. But if they just never brought it up, it's not important at all. Like,
but why is Amy writing it?
Because I don't know. So there it is.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'm missing something. But what does Amy find while she's looking for a pen, Lawrence?
Uh-oh, she finds what she doesn't realise is her engagement ring.
How can she have an engagement ring when she doesn't have a fiancé?
It's hard to say, Nathan. It's tough to say, and maybe we might get answers next week, but who knows for certain.
Bit of sizzle. That's a good ending. I think.
It is a good ending, yeah.
It's a good bit of sizzle on the episode. Yeah.
I knew like what the next episode was, but I feel like we've whizzed through Series 5. Like, I feel like Series 5 has been shorter, and it hasn't been.
It's been the same length as all the others.
No, but it feels like we've just...
They're all 13 episodes. It doesn't drop to 12 until we get to Series 8.
I'm just thinking, right? It just feels like a breeze. Maybe that's just because Series 5... Where are you at with Series 5 as a whole up to this point?
I'm having a great time. It's bangers galore.
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, this is not a certified banger, by the way, but...
Someone... Us... we need to... we need to tally up how many certified bangers have been in each season, and that will be your definitive ranking.
I'm not doing that, no.
Okay, well, I'm
and
not
also...
doing it.
No, it's based on a feeling, all right? I already know which one is the best anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, basically.
Yeah. Hit the theme.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite segment of the show where we get to take a chance to look back on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. We may already know this, but Lawrence, pray tell, who is your weirdo for this week?
You're right, you may already know. It is Craig's call centre boss.
Mr. Boss.
Mr. Boss himself. For a few reasons. First one you've already brought up, he kind of is just like... seemingly completely fine with the Doctor losing them a fairly decently sized client, and is in fact encouraging it, giving weird kind of okay and thumbs up gestures to the Doctor, being like, yeah, you tell him what's what. Yeah. The other reason he's my weirdo is mainly because he's just completely fine with a fucking stranger walking into his building and he's like, well, Smithy's not here.
Yeah.
Crack on, I guess. Like, that's not how jobs work. Jobs, especially big companies like this, or at least normal companies, they're like, they'll just have a replacement for you for the day, or you're just off sick and you're one man down. But yeah,
but also he's like, hey, free labor. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, that's true, and I forget that he's a boss, so he is a vulture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
landlords and bosses,
all scum.
Yeah,
unless you're a landlord and or a boss, then you're all right. You're one of the nice ones.
Yeah, you might be one of the nice ones.
Yeah, you're probably not though. You're probably scum.
Just by nature of existing. Seems mean. Seems harsh.
You know what seems harsh, Lawrence? Hoarding property. All right?
That's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's my weirdo. Who is yours, Nathan?
My weirdo is... pretty much everyone who gets lured into the flat.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing? But specifically, the main one is the poor wee girl who goes clubbing and is before she gets like killed. She's having a terrible night, by the way.
Yeah.
She's walking home from the club. She's crying. You know, she looks a state. Her makeup's all ruined and stuff. Her clothes are askew. Zero survival skills. This girl.
Yeah, none.
Absolutely zero. She's walking home in the middle of the night, okay? She hears the voice of a creepy guy being like, come inside my house, okay? Into this dark flickering, in this dark room where there's no light and it's flickering on and off. Come up these stairs into my flat.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, girl? Zero. And I know this was written by a fuckhead, and he probably thinks that's a normal scenario.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, this guy's obviously just truthfully needing help.
This is the hero of the piece, I reckon. But zero survival skills.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. You could not get me into this flat. All right.
Yeah.
If someone's like, "Can you help me?" I'd be like, You call someone else, mate. The vibes are off here. Like, I'm not doing this. You got to call someone.
Yeah.
This isn't for me, I reckon.
This isn't worth the good Samaritan points I could gain. This is not, the risk is not. Funnily enough.
Before I go in there, tell me exactly what is wrong, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll see if I can help, okay?
And also, if you really want help, maybe don't sound and stand like the creepiest man on the planet. Don't be like, hello, please help me.
I can understand the kid. I can understand if there's like a kid and she's like, oh, can you please help me? And you know, it's like a woman or whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah, I can, you know, because it's a kid. But
But even then, she just can't, like, even as a kid, she just calmly walks back into the room and is like...
Yeah, that's the weird shit.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what's going on?
I say that I wouldn't have fallen for this, but literally less than 5 hours ago, right, I was outside doing some weeding in my garden. And there's
and by that you mean smoking the old...
yeah, just absolutely blazing a storm away.
Just absolutely blazing.
And I was doing some weeding, 420, and then there's an old guy. My neighbor is a really old dude, right? He's like literally 100, literally 100 years old.
Literally 100?
Yeah, literally. Well, a year ago, so I guess he's 101 now.
Holy fuck, he's 101? Does he have like a card from the Queen who's alive?
Well, she's definitely alive, so we can only assume.
There we go. Good stuff.
And he was like, he had his kitchen door open, right? And he was like just talking, but like to no one.
He's 101.
Yeah.
Does he own the house?
I think his son owns the house, who is again like 60, 70 odd. And I see him from time to time. He like comes in and like brings him some shopping and stuff. He's very independent for a 101-year-old man.
How can I work my way into this guy's will?
Stop it.
How can I get this guy's house?
He's a nice guy. Nathan, he's a veteran, all right?
Okay.
That's what I know of him.
I'm just trying to salt burn my way into a house, all right?
Okay. Also, I was going to say, he's 101. Of course he's a fucking veteran. Like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because everyone was.
Yeah. We apologize for the world. But yeah, no, and he was just like, can someone help or something? Like he was saying like some kind of weird stuff.
Well,
right?
just to no one.
To
like in his garden.
To no one, but like he was also like speaking loud enough that it sounded like it could have been to someone, but no one was there.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just popped my head over and went, everything all right, mate? And he just kind of looked at me. And I was like, right, okay. So I went round and knocked on the front door. Didn't get through to him, but because he's very deaf.
Yeah.
And then I just saw him watching TV through the window, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave before I make this weird.
What was he watching?
The TV was to the back of me. I couldn't see.
Was it The Chase?
It might have been The Chase, starring...
The Chase is on.
No one from Doctor Who, that's for sure.
Starring Graham O'Brien.
Indeed.
Anyway. That's good stuff. Anyway, that was my story about your 101-year-old neighbour.
He's a good guy, man.
Maybe he listens. You'll never know.
Yeah, I don't think he does, given how deaf he is.
Maybe he's listening right now.
Maybe. In which
Maybe
case...
he's on the other side of that wall with like a glass pressed up against it.
If he didn't understand me saying, hey, how's it going, man? You okay? He's going to have a very hard time listening to this.
He might enjoy it.
He might do. It's true. Who are we to judge anyway? Nathan, it is the time of the show where the audience get to have their say. What happens is Nathan tweets out a post, lets everyone know what episode we're recording and when, and then our lovely loyal listeners can send in their thoughts, and we get to read out a handful of them. Starting with Twitter, this one comes in from Bathoon.
Batoothi.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it earlier, but I just reading that, I was like, I'm confused now. Batoothi
I can't
Pie.
even see that, and I know that off the top of my head. Come on, man.
This one comes in from Batoothi Pie. It says, This episode wants so hard to be a flim-flam, but all it manages is a piss-poor Zayn Rooney.
Oh, no.
Where do you agree? Do you agree with this?
It's not a Zayn Rooney, I don't think. Zayn Rooney is awful as dirt. We all know that.
Yeah.
A flim-flam is a good fun time. I think it's it's not amazing, all right?
Yeah.
It's not perfect. I think it's a bit of fun.
I think at its best it reaches flim-flam. Like the football
We haven't
stuff.
properly defined flim-flam enough yet, I don't think.
Well, now's our chance.
I'm not doing that. whatever it is, it's a bit of fun, is what it is.
Okay. The next one comes in from Kate, who I've noticed changes the username depending on like certain Taylor Swift things.
Big up.
Which I was quite a fan of. This one is Tortured Poet 13.
I think it's been Tortured Poet for 13 for a while since Taylor announced the album.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
It used to be something else Taylor related, I'm sure.
It was Maroon something, I think. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Will we ever know for sure? Can we check?
Stay tuned to another happy pod in the coming weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bit of sizz. Anyway, Kate says, I'm fortunate that I can separate James Corden, the Gavin and Stacey actor, from James Corden, the American TV host cunt, as I love Gavin and Stacey. So I actually really like this episode. Nothing special, but an easy watch and makes me feel nice and cozy. I would agree with that. I think it's an easy one to just put on and watch. Kate goes on, really love that Matt gets to show off and play football here as a little homage to how before acting he wanted to play football professionally. If only he'd
now
not
I see
been...
where your notes came from.
No, I knew this as well.
No,
I knew
you were
that...
stealing Kate's notes.
No, this is not true. All right, I wrote my notes prior to choosing my tweets, as I always do, Nathan.
Yeah, we'll see.
Not having this. If only he'd not been badly injured. Isn't that the way with everyone that was going to be a professional footballer?
Yeah, I was going to be a pro footballer, but I fucked my knee or whatever.
Yeah, and it's always their knee.
Yeah.
So, you should watch a movie called Challengers.
Now I just have to settle for being $1 million actor or whatever.
Now I have to live this subpar life of mine that I wanted to avoid.
Is he still with Lily James? He was with Lily James at one point.
No, I think that's over. I think that's long over.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, shame.
There's a shame.
Two very beautiful people.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's easily one of the best parts of this and what I find is a super fun episode. So that's always good. And then Kate says in a third tweet, by the way, I'm feeling right nostalgic coming up to this podcast ep. In 2010, I'd just come back from Rhodes, and this episode was the first thing I put on in the morning. On Tuesday, this is going to be mine and Abby's flight entertainment for my second trip to Rhodes. Proper full circle moment.
Very exciting. Have fun in Rhodes.
Indeed.
I went to Greece recently. Don't know if you know this, Lawrence.
I know this far too well.
There you go. Had a good fun time.
And the last tweet that we've got comes in from Nontiscord
Adame.
How do you do that?
I know our listeners, all right?
But I can't read like this. I don't that's not words to me.
I can read, Lawrence, all right?
All right, fine. Well, don't brag. All right? They say, I was highly confused by this episode at the start. I was scared it was going to be another Love and Monsters, but it was actually very wholesome. I don't know if I would have thought it would have been a Love and Monsters, but I can see it has that slice of life vibe to it.
Yeah. It's no Love and Monsters. It's just, but I can see where they're coming from though.
Yeah, just the episode that seems like it could have a very weak premise.
Yes,
with
indeed.
Some odd, deeply odd characters.
Yes, true.
One more than the other. Anyway, that is it for the tweets, Nathan. Do we have emails? I'm sure we do.
What a wonderful time. Thank you very much for the tweets. We do have emails. This first one comes from the Damn Beaver, aka our good friend Leah. And they say, welcome to my flat. That being this email. Boys, hope you're both well and all. I hope you've enjoyed what I'm sure is a short episode for you both with a little discussion. It's about average at this point.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's a perfectly fine episode for me, though the Doctor just came off as a little too alien for my tastes. Sure, he can be eccentric, but god damn it, he knows how a normal screwdriver works. He knows how people work too. I just came off as a tad bit Flanderized for me, and I, for one, hope it doesn't continue. James Corden, meanwhile, shockingly came off as quite likeable, and I, for one, wouldn't mind seeing Craig again. Brackets, bit of sizzle, maybe.
Very nice.
Oh, that's good stuff. Are you familiar with Flanderizing?
For 11 specifically, or in general?
What Flanderization is?
Yeah, it's just exaggeration, right? Of
it's
in a silly capacity.
To Flanderize a character is to take what was once a small trait of that character, and then over time it grows into their defining trait. So it's it's all they're known for. Like, obviously, it comes from Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, who, when he was first introduced, was just a neighbor who happened to be Christian and religious.
Yeah.
But over time, that is their entire personality, and it's just
I see. Okay.
all religion all the time, basically.
I didn't know it came from The Simpsons. That's fun.
You don't know anything.
I just genuinely thought that was a normal word. Like, I've heard it used without The Simpsons context often.
You're a
So,
fucking idiot.
Yeah. This is you bragging that you know how to read again, isn't it? Stop it. I told you
It is, yeah. My weirdo of the week goes to Craig's boss for actively championing the Doctor, turning people away, and reacting to everything he says, like me on my first listen to a Still Got Legs episode.
Very nice.
Maybe he just finds the Doctor turning away his income funny. I'm not too sure. I do have a secondary weirdo for the week, and that's Mr. Cunt, who wrote this episode. I will say they did censor the word cunt. I will not.
Nathan refuses.
Giving us a single least pressing threat of the show. Watching the episode, I noticed that a person is tempted into the upstairs flat about twice a day. Now, we are given a lovely figure of the current population of Earth, which, by the way, is about 900 million less than the real population at the time, which has its own concerning implications. Using this, we can take the rate of 2 a day and assuming that it doesn't change, that no new humans are born, and that there is always someone walking down the street that can immediately enter the flat. Humanity has... 8,219,726 years before we go extinct.
Due to this freak.
Yes. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we need the Doctor for this one. It would take 9 years before the death toll exceeds 9/11 and over 20,000 years before it exceeds World War II. Colchester may become a wasteland, but unless the temptation is a long-range thing, I think we're okay. Anyways, on to trivia. Good luck finding the fake one. That's a bit of fun. I like that. I like that
good,
a lot.
yeah.
Daleks in Manhattan, Evolution of the Dalek. Remember, Lawrence, one of these is fake.
Indeed.
There was a deleted scene where Martha convinces the Doctor to take her on one last trip. Stephen Moffat was originally going to write this two-parter, but he was too busy with Jekyll too. He offered to write the season's Doctor Light episode and said, "Oh, we didn't say it, but this is kind of a companion Light episode."
Oh, I guess it is actually, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's true. I know that one. That's true. So there you go. You don't have time to guess.
I'm giving it. It's a freebie for me. That's fine.
Davies had ideas for a scene where the Doctor would have taken the dying Sec into the TARDIS, whereupon he would open the doors and show Sec space. Sec would have chuckled and said that now he understands the Doctor before finally dying.
I feel like that could be real, but at the same time, it would be an awful idea.
Yeah.
Dalek Sec knows what space looks like.
Wasn't he killed by a Dalek as well? Like, that's a pretty instant death unless you're the Doctor.
Oh yeah, it's quite a pivotal point because it like exterminates new life right in front of him, and he's like, "Stop genociding things."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that one. Unless it was different. I don't know. Laszlo was originally going to die. Davies asked Helen Rayner to change this as he felt the plot development would be far too depressing. That would have been depressing. But they did like seem to imply like it was very much going the way that Laszlo has sacrificed himself. Laszlo's died, and then it was like, but he's okay.
Yeah. From what I remember, he did seem to be on that path. I feel like that could be real.
There we go. The Lazarus Experiment. There was a scene cut from the episode, but was kept as an extra in the DVD release. In it, the Doctor reveals that he participated in writing of the USA Declaration of Independence and carries a copy of the first draft in his pocket of his dinner jacket. This is real. I've seen this. I know this is real.
Okay, fine.
So there you go. You shit out, Lawrence. Lazarus was originally going to be working on invulnerable synthetic skin. Davies changed this due to fears that this might be a plot point in Spider-Man 3, which would be releasing around the same time as this episode.
Don't you remember this? There was a lot of Spider-Man 3 in the Lazarus Experiment.
Was there?
Yeah, man. It's in the episode. We spoke about it because they released around about, I think, 2 days within each other. And there's like the Kill to Live, the clock tower, the church bells ringing.
Oh, yes, of course.
There's quite a fair bit of Spider-Man 3 in there.
Oh, that kind of makes sense then.
But then they copied everything else from Spider-Man 3, so I'm not sure. I mean, they didn't, but...
Did Davies get his hand on the Spider-Man 3 script earlier?
This is... this is what I'm...
Or Mark Gatiss, I guess. Did Mark Gatiss write that one? Or did
he normally writes the ones he's in, doesn't he?
I don't know. I know they're mostly bad.
I'm just towing the line. I can't bring it back to Sherlock again. We can't be here for another 20 minutes.
We can't. Right, I'm going to start letting you know what the fake trivia... Oh, I shouldn't read on then.
Yes, they're included in the email now.
Okay, great.
Right.
So what are we saying? I'm going to go with... I want to say Dalek Sec, but that Spider-Man thing's throwing me.
Well, stick with your original concept. I'm going Spider-Man.
Okay, I'll go Dalek Sec then.
All right. Nathan, reveal it.
Right, I'm going to start letting you know what the fake trivia fact is. I feel a bit too bad otherwise. The fake fact is... the Dalek Sec death scene. Good work to Nathan /Lawrence /wow, you're both idiots. Delete is appropriate when reading this if it's on the pod. I won't. Okay, that was longer than expected, but hope you enjoyed, Leah. We very much did, Leah. Thank you very much. Indeed. That's one for me.
Fuck you.
Yes. This next email is from our good friend Jay. They say, help me, Nathan and Lawrence. Brackets, hi. Don't know what that means. What a fun episode, smiley face. There's not a massive amount to say on this episode, but it's definitely an enjoyable one. Some of the stuff I noticed most of all is the inclusion of multiple Moffatisms that have been a factor of his storyline since 2005. A higher emphasis on Time Lord telepathy is used in this story, and it would seem that different incarnations of the Doctor interact with psychic abilities differently. 10 required prolonged physical contact with Donna and Madame de Pompadour.
Of course he did.
12. Not Donna.
No, not Donna, but he's a dog.
He's a dog. He is a dog. Something 12 also seems to require. And in this episode, 11 uses quick physical contact to push memories into Craig's mind and unspecified psychic help from a cat. Classic Doctors would often use psychic abilities in a more remote way to connect with others without physical contact, as will be seen with 13. Contact. True. Do you remember this? Do you remember Contact?
You'll have to refresh me.
You say contact and then you talk to a Time Lord.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any Time Lord or just any
Well, you have to think about who you're contacting, I think.
Who shall I contact now?
Well, you're not a Time Lord.
Oh, it has to be. Oh, I see. From the Time Lord.
Yeah. You got to be a Time Lord.
Okay, and can they can only talk to other Time Lords, or they can talk to anyone?
I think it's Time Lords. Yeah.
Sounds a bit shit, doesn't it? I'd rather just headbutt someone.
But then you don't have to. You can't headbutt someone if you're not with them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Kind of defeats the point of a psychic connection, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. It's quite a physical connection. Anyway, shut up, you're an idiot. Once again, we have the appearance of the crack in time on the wall beside Craig's fridge, based off Series 6 events. Its appearance alongside this makeshift time machine is quite coincidental. That's true, actually, yeah. Weirdo of the week for this episode is all the people who just entered the magically opening front door and continued up the stairs to help, despite being no way for the door to open, or the pilots who have seen that they were outside from their position at the top of the stairs. But if I have to pick one specifically, it'd have to be the first man who walks in off the street. Jay provided no information as to why that is, but we'll just have to accept it. So, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Okay, on to some trivia. There was so much to choose from for this episode that I decided to cut it down to just these 11.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Jay. We appreciate that.
Just these 11.
It's a short episode, it's fine. In a fun link to last week's episode, Craig has a flyer for the Van Gogh exhibit at the Musée d'Orsay, probably said that wrong, gallery. Alongside this reference is a flyer for the Jubilee Pizza Company, the pizza place that featured throughout New Who, prominent in Torchwood Season 1, for example. Why has Craig got a fucking takeaway menu for a pizza place in Cardiff, all right, in his flat in Essex.
I was about to say,
I don't think they deliver to you, mate. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe it's like he went there on his travels, but we know Craig doesn't go anywhere or do anything.
He doesn't travel.
Yeah.
I don't think that's showing up on Just Eat.
I think it might just have to be one of them references, Nathan. You know, them
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Well, I'm not happy about it.
No.
Fuckhead. Jay has typed out his name, but I refuse.
Yep.
Fuckhead originally pitched the idea for Series 2. Rose and Jackie Tyler would be the ones... Oh, yeah, I never mentioned this is based on a comic, which was originally 10 and Mickey.
Oh.
I think we talked about that before. Rose and Jackie Tyler would be the ones trapped in the future with the TARDIS, and stuck in present day, the Doctor would be forced to live with Mickey Smith until his scheme to plant instructions for Rose in old nursery rhymes helped her pilot the TARDIS back to him. Fuckhead ultimately decided to use the flat-sharing core of this narrative trip for a comic strip. Stephen Moffat subsequently suggested to RTD that it might be worthy of developing for television, but by this stage, the Tylers were being written out of the show. R.I.P. Queens.
Indeed. That could have been quite interesting. Maybe a bit overstuffed.
Yeah, Dr. Mickey scenario would have been fun, I guess. Like this story, but with 10 and Mickey would be... Like, I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's 11 and Craig. Sorry, Smithy.
Yep.
But it would have been... But it could have been fun with 10 and Mickey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It could have worked. I'm glad it's what we got instead.
Yeah, same. After the Doctor telepathically links with him, Smithy sees memories of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th incarnations, as well as Cybermen, Rose Tyler, and Ood, the Empress of the Arachnos, and a Weeping Angel. Good stuff. Some of the working titles for the episode included Something at the Top of the Stairs and Don't Go Up the Stairs. What a terrible name.
Don't go up the stairs.
Don't Go Up the Stairs. Mrs. Meglos was another working title, as originally the episode was going to feature the return of the obscure 4th Doctor enemy, the Meglos. Might be pronouncing that wrong. And revolve around the Meglos, masquerading as an old woman and manipulating time. Due to similarities to Amy's Choice, this was abandoned in favour of the Time Machine plot, which of course factors into spoilers, Season 6 spoilers. There you go.
Well, there we are.
The number on the Doctor's football uniform is 11. Don't know if you missed that one.
I caught that one, actually. Yeah.
I think you're right. I missed it, if I'm being honest. This is also the first episode of the revival where the Doctor outright confirms the number of incarnations he has had, despite referencing having gone through half a dozen faces since his 4th face. I believe he says that in School Reunion. When the Doctor introduces himself to the time ship's avatar, he claims to be Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue, which is a reference to both Captain Troy Tempest from Stingray and International Rescue from Thunderbirds. The 12th Doctor will later go on to reference Thunderbirds himself in Season 8. The Doctor says, "Please state the nature of your emergency," which was the catchphrase of the Doctor on Star Trek Voyager. In interviews given in April 2011, Neil Gaiman revealed the Season 6 episode of The Doctor's Wife was originally intended to be the 11th episode of this season, and the theme of 11's bow tie colour, alternating based off time period, does not hold this episode, as it is blue despite the 2010 setting, even though blue normally signifies an episode of the past. I don't know if I ever bought into that.
I didn't even... this is the first time I'm hearing about this theory.
No, it's definitely been discussed on the show before.
I knew about the colours. I didn't know about it relating to bow ties. I thought it was... I thought red was the past and blue was the future.
I don't know.
For vortex colours.
No. The vortex can be whatever it wants. And also, no, it's not true. Craig's apartment was located on Ackman Road. I don't know. This was an homage to Robert Ackman, author of numerous supernatural strange stories. Hope you're both doing well, Jay. Thank you, Jay. I love 11 pieces of trivia.
I did 11 for the 11th Doctor. Every time, every new Doctor, we need more trivia.
No, you don't have to stick to that. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And finally, this last email here comes in from our good friend Dr. Disco.
Nice.
And this is what I've been looking forward to.
Okay, yeah.
You know Dr. Disco.
Yep.
You know Dr. Disco always supplies us with some great artwork. If you wouldn't mind pulling up on your phone, Lawrence, okay?
I haven't seen it.
Hi, guys. I think it's a good idea to put more light-hearted episode in between the masterpiece that is Vincent and the Doctor and the series finale. But overall, The Lodger really is pretty mid. It has redeeming qualities to me because personally I love seeing the Doctor just goof around, even if the episode seems like he's trying too hard to be funny at times. Also, the music that plays during the football sequence is unreasonably good. Murray Gold was really cooking with this one. But I'm not really writing in because I have strong feelings about The Lodger that I needed to share. I thought the bit about the Doctor Clubhouse was really funny, and I am always up for bullying 10 a bit, so I rushed to draw something for it in time for the next episode. I imagine if 10 does show up to the clubhouse, he has to sit in a designated corner for a bit to reflect before he's allowed to get a drink too. As always, keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to your discussion of the finale.
10 has a naughty step in the club.
And this time, Dr. Disco has drawn a whole comic strip.
This, I just had a look at it, right? This is genuinely incredible work.
This is fucking amazing.
Firstly, thank you so much for dedicating your time to doing this.
Yes, like this is exactly the joke we wrote as well.
Yeah,
on the episodes, and Dr. Disco has drawn it and brought it to life perfectly. Obviously, I'm going to tweet this and share it in the Discord as well because this is truly amazing, and it's hilarious as well.
It's really good.
It is so good.
It's really creatively done. Like the Sonic of the mustache going there, and then like all of they're like kind of miniature versions of the faces looking bewildered. Like
I really like that he's the 14 Sonic on the mustache as well.
Isn't it? Like you've taken the joke and expanded it. This is brilliant.
Yeah, it's so good. I love this so much. It's great. Even the am I right, boys? Oh, sorry, 13.
Yeah, I just saw that at the bottom. Do you know what? Like, these are incredible likenesses as well. Like up the top right, everyone. By the way, this will be on Discord by the time you get the episode. But like on the top right, the picture of 10, that likeness is incredible.
It's really good. It's really good.
Wow.
We got 13, we got 11, we got 12, we got 9. We've even got Shooty Gatwa's 15 in here as well, wearing a lovely kilt.
Look at the top of Shooty Gatwa as well, with the like you can see the picture of 10 hanging up. Like this is so detailed.
It's so good. It's so good, man.
This is genuinely so cool, man.
This is genuinely amazing. I cannot wait for everyone. Oh, by the time you're hearing this, you'll be able to see it. It'll be on Twitter, it'll be on Instagram, it'll be on Discord, so go take a look. But amazing, so good. Thank you so much. You don't have to keep doing these, but oh my god, I'm so glad you feel compelled enough to waste your time drawing our silly little jokes, because that is truly amazing.
So, like, I haven't actually like gone off of it. I'm just the genuinely the art style is really fucking cool on this. I'd love to read a full comic like this.
I would too, yeah. Very talented Dr. Disco. If you have like other work, other art that that you do, we have a section in the Discord. I know you said at one point you're not quite sure about joining the Discord, but we do have a section there where you can self-promo and stuff. So if you do have other work and we can shout it out, absolutely let us know. We'd be more than happy to do that, because this is amazing.
Yeah, this is well and truly up there. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that.
Genuinely, thank you so much. That is amazing. And that is that's it.
I'm so glad I didn't just go on to that email earlier. Oh god, that's very cool. Lovely. Well, thank you everyone for listening. If you have enjoyed the show, then leave us a little 5-star review. It'd be appreciated. You can also, Nathan will like that because I moved on quickly there. You can also follow us on Twitter at StillGotLegs. You can also follow us on Twitter at StillGotLegsPod. Be sure to head over there, check out what's going on, as well as dropping your thoughts on the next episode we're discussing. If you're not on social media, though, don't worry. You can also send your thoughts into stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And obviously, as you've just heard, we pick out a handful of responses and read them out. There is a link to the Discord server below. If you'd like to join that, feel free. It's a good, fun place to have a little chat. Nathan, we have another podcast as well, don't we?
We certainly bloody do, Lawrence. It's called Another Happy Pod. It's our Doctor Who Rewatch podcast where every week no, it's our pop culture podcast where every week we watch something in the realm of pop culture, be it a movie, a TV show, a video game. I'm a little confused because we haven't done an episode in between the last Still Got Legs we recorded, so I'm a bit thrown off. What was the last one we did?
When's this out? This is out Monday.
This is out Monday, but it'll be out before this, which we haven't recorded yet. Cruella. What comes out? Oh, it's Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Cruella this week. Cruella will be out
Cruella's
now.
out now.
Cruella will be out now. Next week, this coming Friday. Oh, should we say? We've been seasoning, but should we say?
Yeah, Still Got Legs exclusive. Why not?
Still Got Legs exclusive. Are we out of the woods yet?
I don't know any other lyrics. Don't put me in this.
It's the Eras tour. We're doing the Eras tour. I'm going to make Lawrence watch the Eras tour movie,
I was excited to watch this, I'll have you know. I was happy about this.
It's true. It's true, you was, to be fair.
And I've been doing my research. I've texted you some of my opinions on albums.
Lawrence is a folklore girl.
I might just be.
It's a good album.
It's a good album.
Hey, here we go. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It'll be a good, fun time. Or don't. I'm not your mum.
Yeah, we're not your mum.
But I am your dad.
What relative can I be?
None.
I'll be your uncle that dies.
Weird, perverted uncle.
No, why perverted?
You got that vibe.
Cheers, man. Oh, goodbye, everyone.
Was that it?
I guess, yeah.
All right, bye.